Hi, I'm Amanda Loza. I'm a behavioral health educator here at the Hernried Clinic, and I wanted to go through how to enter one of your favorite, potentially option 2 meals on the app. So I'm going to go ahead and enter something that I've never entered before, just because I do have a lot of things that I've already favorited and a lot of recipes that I've created, but I'm going to create one brand new, right? So we're going to go through and I'm going to create one just so for purposes of demonstration. I want to show you how easy it is to build a recipe and also how to favorite it so that once it's in your favorites folder, you can reference it in the future, and you can go back if it's something that you eat very often, go back and easily enter it without having to put in all of the ingredients. So I'm going to go ahead and do one that has quite a few ingredients in it, but really fits the bill for a lean and green meal. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I already did earlier, I built a chicken salad. And so what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to build a hot meal. So I'm gonna go ahead and enter it under my lunch. And I'm gonna go, remember, it automatically puts you in the keep it off meals first. You wanna go to the search to search for foods outside of New Direction meals. So outside of meal packets, you go into the search field so that you're able to search for all the other foods at the marketplace. Now I'm going to look for ground turkey. Ground turkey. Okay, here we go. Let's see. I actually found a 96% ground turkey at Trader Joe's, so I want to see if they have it in here. 96% turkey. Maybe I actually need to write in Trader Joe's. So let's see if that works. 96%. And let's see if this works. All right, well, it doesn't look like it goes specific to the place that it came from, but let's see if this will still work. So I've got a common ground turkey, and if I select on that, 1 cup of this ground turkey is 296 calories, 34.5 grams of protein. I know that I did not do that amount, and so that particular serving is not going to work out for me. Now, if they have 1 ounce, oh, here we go, because I did pop it onto my scale. So if they've got 1 ounce, then I'll be able to go from there because I know that I specifically did 5 ounces of ground turkey. All right, good. So I was able to change the serving size to just the 1 ounce. All right. So here we go. 1 serving of 1 ounce ground turkey, but let me change servings to 5 servings. That will mean that I had 5 ounces of this ground turkey. Good. So I'm going to go ahead and instead of pushing quick add, which I normally would do, I'm going to put create a recipe because I actually want to create a recipe of exactly what I added to this ground turkey. All right, so the ground turkey alone, 5 ounces, has 175 calories, 9.8 grams of fat, and 20.4 grams of protein. Looks good. Now let's add to this. I was trying to do kind of a stir fry with ground turkey, to be honest. So let's go back to that entry. Okay, so I'm going to add a new ingredient, and now I'm going to search for the ingredient. So what I wound up adding to this was some asparagus. So asparagus, and it wasn't a whole cup. It was only about half a cup of asparagus. So I'm going to add that asparagus, but see here it says 1 serving is 1 cup. And so if there is a half a cup serving, then I'll go with that. It doesn't look like there is. So what I'll do is I will just change the number of servings. So instead of 1 serving, I'm going to do a fraction of that. I'm going to do half a cup. All right, there we go, of the asparagus. Okay, so I'm adding that to my ground turkey. I also added up some slivered carrot. So let's go back and carrot. Okay, so you see 1 cup of chopped. I did half a cup of carrot. So I'm going to do the same thing and go to the servings and knock it down to just the half a cup. There we go. I'm going to add that. Okay, and I keep going back to kind of fact check, make sure I'm getting everything in there correctly. So now we've got our 5 ounces of ground turkey, we've got half a cup of asparagus, we've got half a cup of carrot. I also added basil, which I know basil is kind of more of like a spice, but I did add fresh basil. So I did not do dried basil. So I did fresh basil. You see right here that 1 serving of fresh basil only has 1 calorie, 1 little calorie. All right, I did use about 2 tablespoons worth of fresh basil, I kind of minced it really fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that, 2 tablespoons of fresh basil. All right, very nice. And then I added some soy sauce. Again, I was kind of trying to go for more of an Asian flavored dish here. So I did some soy sauce. So I'll search for soy sauce. Oh, misspelled it, doesn't matter, it still knows what you mean. Okay, perfect. And the soy sauce that I used was the Kikkoman, I think that's how you pronounce it, Kikkoman brand of soy sauce. And so let's see, this is it right here. I used an entire tablespoon of the Kikkoman soy sauce. And so let me go ahead and add that here. All right, very good. So there you have it. I did 1 tablespoon of the soy sauce. So now let's look at our meal. All right, let's actually kind of drill down and look at all the details of the meal. So this meal has 226 calories. It has 10.1 grams of fat. It has 10 grams of carbs, but it has 3.4 grams of dietary fiber. So remember, you can net out your carbs. And so in this case, that would be, I guess, 6.6 grams net and 23.6 grams of protein. So that was 6.6 grams net carbs, 10 grams total carbs, but then it has the 3.4 grams of fiber, all right? And good amount of protein. So everything's looking really good. I want to add this to my favorites. I also want to name this. So I am going to name this, let's see, what should I? I'm just going to name it turkey stir fry, all right? So I'm going to go up here to recipe name, turkey stir fry. All right, and I'm gonna remember what that's all about because it kind of has some of those yummy ingredients in it that I stir fried up. And I'm gonna click on the little flag that's right under your recipe name, the little flag that indicates add food to favorites. Okay, add food to favorites, and I'm gonna push save. All right, very good. So now I've saved it. Now I'm gonna go back to view, oops, got out of that screen. Okay, but when I go back to all of the different meals, and let's say, for example, that I'm pretending here that I'm adding a meal, but if I go to I just literally went to click on add a meal just for purposes of demonstrating where you guys go to look for recents and also look for favorites. So you know that turkey stir fry is going to be right up there with my recents, but it's also going to be in my favorites, right? See? So it's in my favorites. I now have my turkey stir fry because I created that recipe. So it's now saved under my favorites. So the next time that I can consume it, all I have to do is click on it and do a quick add. See that? So I just highlighted the turkey stir fry and then click on quick add and it populated it right there. So I didn't necessarily want to put that in breakfast, but I just did that for purposes of demonstrating how it is that you would add that to your day. That was all for today. Thank you again. I just want to make sure that you know we are always available to answer any of your questions, whether it's app related, nutrition related. So please go to the contact button at the bottom of your screen when you go to the homepage of the app. Click on the name of your behavioral health educator and go ahead and type your message. Know that we are here to answer any questions that you have above and beyond. If you want more clarification on nutrition, on how-tos of the app, please don't hesitate. Let us know what we can help you with.